Salil Parekh, a name that has been doing the rounds on the internet lately. Salil, the CEO and managing director of the second largest IT company Infosys, was reappointed from July 1st, 2022 till March 2027. Days after his reappointment, Salil's compensation also increased 88% to Rs 79.75 crore a year, making him one of the highest paid executives in India. This news has particularly made a lot of heads turn in the industry. When appointed CEO of Infosys in 2017, the company was in the news for all the wrong reasons. Former executive Vishal Sikka had resigned from his post in an unconventional manner. Sikka, the first non-founder CEO of the IT services giant, had been involved in a bitter brawl that culminated with him resigning abruptly along with an open letter that he announced on Twitter. The letter stated that Sikka had been subject to constant personal attacks from the founders. The deep divide between the board and Narayan Murthy and co. worried investors and Sensex alike, leading to a 9% drop in the company's shares.
After Sikka's exit, Infosys spent the rest of the year searching for a replacement. The 53-year-old Parekh was only chosen after considering more than a dozen candidates for the job. The second outsider to helm the company, Parekh was a soft-spoken man in contrast to the outspoken Sikka, who often referred to himself as a Kshatriya warrior. The Vishal Sikka era witnessed a lot of change. Prior to his appointment, senior executives were leaving the company, profit margins were narrowing, and investors had started to complain about the founder's risk-averse attitude. Sikka came in to revive the culture and overhaul the company's organization structure. He brought AI/ML techniques to the forefront.
Under Sikka, the company's net profit grew by 3% from 2014 to 2015. However, post 2015, it plateaued. On the other hand, Sikka's salary jumped by 55% to Rs 710 million, starting from April 2016. Murthy voiced his concern over the indiscriminate rise in the pay scale of top executives in an open letter to the board and was supported by other board members like Mohandas Pai and V. Balakrishnan. So it was time for a switch again.
Sikka's public fallout with the founders and Salil Parekh's appointment was welcomed with a lot of optimism by Murthy and company. Murthy believed that while Sikka was more suited as a CTO rather than a company leader, Parekh's head fit the ground perfectly. He brought in more than 30 years of experience of working in the global IT industry and had engineered turnarounds and helped companies with the digital transformation. 10 days after his position, Parekh began a structured review of Infosys clientele, service offerings, and market opportunities.
He laid out a plan based on the results of the review during the April earnings. Parekh decided to scale the company's digital service segment, which contributed to more than one-fourth of the earnings. By 2022 results, the digital service business had grown more than 59%, which was an increase of 51.5% from the previous year.
Reskilling is a critical imperative. Our objective is to ensure that digital skills are available broadly.
Infosys ended up hiring more than 4,000 people in the US within the next 8 months.
So we are glad that we are back to being a boring company which doesn't create news.
10 months after coming into power, the company went on a spree of acquisition, buying Salesforce consultancy firm Fluido and Seattle-based award-winning creative company Wong Doddy. But clearly, being boring to Parekh did not mean becoming irrelevant. Let's talk numbers now. The company's total annual revenue grew from around 73,000 crore in 2018 to 1,23,000 crore in 2022. The future course for Infosys and its beloved CEO looks extremely positive given its trust in analytics, cloud, AI, and blockchain, which is being integrated in their financial services.
What we're seeing going ahead is there's more and more interest in digital transformation. There's more interest in the cloud work. there's more interest in data, there's more interest in analytics, and growing interest in cyber. Those are the areas that we are going to focus on. We're also putting in place some things which are very early in the cycle. For example, quantum, metaverse, and these are things that will start to develop in the next 2 or 3 years. But we are already putting in the foundation blocks that we can start to work with clients on.
Despite a decline of 2.1% in net profit in the previous quarter, Infosys has estimated revenue growth between 13 to 15% for financial year 2023. As boring as Parekh thinks he is, one thing is crystal clear. The man knows exactly what he wants.